Though John Amos was an established actor by the time he landed the role of James Evans Sr. on Good Times, the star truly found his stride in the role. Co-starring Esther Rawle, Jimmy J.J. Walker, Johnny Brown, Ralph Carter, Janet Jackson, Bernadette Stanis, Jeanette Dubois and more, Good Times premiered on CBS in 1974. The Norman Lear-produced sitcom aimed to showcase the life of a poor black family striving for better and navigating their daily ups and downs while living in the housing projects of Chicago. After 3 successful seasons, Amos was killed off the show in a move that shocked viewers. It seems the decision had been a long time coming, however, as Amos explained the struggles he had with the writers during his tenure. "I felt like I knew more about what a black family should be and how a black father would act than our writers. None of whom were black, and their perception of what a black family would be and black father would be was totally different from mine," Amos told comedian Lunel in a 2020 interview for Vlad TV. More open to taking notes and suggestions on how to make the show authentic and true to life. Still, Amos admitted his delivery of said notes perhaps wasn't always the best. "I wasn't very tactful in my complaints about the script or script points," he said. "I wasn't the most diplomatic guy, so very often it would end in me saying, 'Well, let's go outside,' and these were Hollywood writers, they weren't used to that," he recalled. Ultimately, things got to the point where the writers of the show simply couldn't work with Amos anymore and he was let go ahead of season 4. Though Amos and Lear didn't end on the best terms when it came to Good Times, the pair would work together on 3 additional pilots years later and managed to establish a great relationship. The two even reunited to revisit the show on live in front of a studio audience, All in the Family and Good Times in 2019. "It was wonderful. I was tearful because all the old wounds had been healed," Amos said of the reunion with Lear, who died in December of 2023 at 101 years old. He elaborated to People in an early 2024 interview, "Ultimately we were friends, and it was a tumultuous relationship, which is what I loved about it," he said. "There was conflict in it. But there was also harmony at times when we worked together. It was magic." Who was mentored, "I knew I was in the hands of probably the most innovative and important figure ever to grace television, or any studio production facility. He was one in a lifetime, master innovator, and he had tremendous character." Outside of Good Times, Amos was known for his work in The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Roots, Coming to America and The West Wing, among other series. On October 1, the Emmy-nominated actor's son Kelly Christopher Casey Amos announced the beloved actor had died on August 21. "It is with heartfelt sadness that I share with you that my father has transitioned," Casey wrote in a statement to People. "He was a man with the kindest heart and a heart of gold, and he was loved the world over." He continued, "Many fans consider him their TV father. He lived a good life. His legacy will live on in his outstanding works in television and film as an actor. My father loved working as an actor throughout his entire life," he added. Most recently in Suits LA, playing himself, and our documentary about his life journey as an actor, America's Dad. "He was my dad, my best friend, and my hero. Thank you for your prayers and support at this time." John's daughter and Casey's sister, Shannon Amos, with whom he's been feuding for over a year, revealed she learned of the actor's death via the media. "Our family has received the heartbreaking news that my dad, John Allen Amos, Jr., transitioned on August 21, she said in an Instagram post. "We are devastated and left with many questions about how this happened 45 days ago, learning about it through the media like so many of you." She continued, "This should be a time of honoring and celebrating his life, yet we are struggling to navigate the wave of emotions and uncertainties surrounding his passing. Still, there is some semblance of peace in knowing my father is finally free. My family and I deeply appreciate the outpouring of love, calls, and texts. Please continue to hold our family in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you," she concluded her post.